When venturing off-grid, you'll find that few tools pack as much utility and versatility as a bushcraft knife. Able to make the difference between thriving in nature versus merely surviving in it, bushcraft blades have grown increasingly popular over the last decade as more people discover the joys of the great outdoors. We've searched high and low, scouring the segment in order to deliver what we found to be the very best bushcraft knives currently available. Let's get started. Beloved by both bushcraft enthusiasts and survival experts, the Moralloc Blackblade Ashwood. It's a versatile outdoor knife. With full tank construction, this 8.98-inch Swedish stainless steel knife has a 4.2-inch blade and weighs in at 7.9 ounces. This simple yet effective design does just about anything one could hope for from a bushcraft blade. The black PVD coating creates a balanced contrast between the bright ash wood and the shiny edge of the blade. Its Ashwood handle offers stellar ergonomics and affords the necessary grip to handle everything from log splitting to feather sticking. At just 0.125 inches, the Lock's blade is thick enough to handle hardcore cutting tasks and other hard-use applications, while still being thin enough to easily slice through all manner of materials. Because of the way the knife's handle uses a finger guard just below where the blade starts, it's able to provide a ton of grip and leverage, even when the handle is wet or being used with gloves on. The leather sheath has a belt loop and protects the sharp edge from surfaces that can make the knife dull. Though not particularly game-changing or innovative, the Moralloc Blackblade Ashwood really does do everything that a quality bushcraft knife should. It's exceptionally tough, offers stellar ergonomics, and excels at all manner of wood prep and wood processing tasks, while still lending itself to a myriad of other outdoor and camp-focused applications. I've used a lot of Scandi knives, but nothing has come close to the LT Wright's ability to carve wood. The GNS is the company's flagship with all the features Wright prefers. With an overall length of 9.5 inches and a blade measuring 4.45 inches, I categorize the GNS as a mid-sized knife. It's nimble enough for detailed carving, like the pictured line holder, but you can also baton wrist-size wood with ease. The blade's drop point is an excellent feature for drilling holes and making other tools, which is useful in bushcrafting. I love the 01 tool steel in the GNS. It holds an edge really well and is easy to resharpen. I think they've hit the right combination of grind angle, stock thickness, and exceptional out-of-box sharpness. The rounded micarta grips give you a comfortable and well-textured design for hours and hours of work. For a mid-sized blade for backcountry or everyday duties, the GNS would undoubtedly serve you well. It's available in a variety of thicknesses, steels, grinds, and handle materials, so you can surely find one that fits your needs. The Giant Mouse GMF4. It's designed around the idea of the one-tool option, which means it's meant to handle everything you might need a knife for in the field. This knife is big, about 10.5 inches long from end to end, with a blade that's nearly 6 inches long. That size gives it the power to tackle tough cutting tasks with ease. The blade's made from a strong steel called N690, which stays sharp for a long time and can take a lot of use without wearing out. It's also pretty thick, about 0.192 inches, so it won't bend or break when you're working hard. The blade has a PVD stone-washed finish, which gives it a cool, dark look and extra protection against rust. The handle is red canvas micarta, which has been contoured and textured and provides an eminently secure grip even in challenging conditions, such as wet or cold. Finally, a lanyard hole is strategically placed in front of the handle to provide a safer grip when working in the bushes. In the instance a branch catches on your lanyard, the knife will be pulled forward out of your hand, whilst a classic mounted end lanyard would be pulled through your hand. To top it off, the knife comes with a beautiful leather sheath that's handmade in Italy. It keeps the blade safe and adds a touch of style to this rugged tool. All in all, the Giant Mouse GMF4 is a well-crafted, durable knife that can handle just about anything you throw at it. Trust me, it'll take all you can dish out and come back asking for more. The first thing you notice about this Civivi Storm Ridge is just how light it feels. At 8.45 inches in length and only 4 ounces, it's got a great weight-to-length balance that keeps you from getting prematurely fatigued when putting in the hard work. The Storm Ridge, after all, was designed to be used hard and put away wet. With a knife being made from Nitro V steel, you totally can too. It excels where you want it to in corrosion and abrasion resistance. It also holds a very good edge, and with 4 inches of blade to play around with, staying sharp is important. We really like the black stone-washed finish of the blade here. It adds to the all-around machismo that the free rein gives off. However, we also recommend you clean and dry your knives and tools to keep them in good working order. This knife's one of the more comfortable fixed blades we've used. The corners of the G10 handle are nicely rounded, and the whole shape is wide with subtle curves that feel grippy in all sizes and shapes of hands, although I think it's wider overall in a way that seems to play happily with larger hands. Another big upside is the Kydex sheath. The sheath can be pretty easily converted for left or right-hand carry in vertical and horizontal positions. This is one of the nicer sheaths to come stock with a knife. The Zero Tolerance 0006 is the closest to feeling like Rambo that most of us will ever get. If we were forced to describe the 0006 in one word, it would either be aggressive or effective, as this knife is ready for war. But you'll find that it'll suit you rather well on your next outdoor adventure. The CPM 3V steel is wicked tough, but unlike almost every other knife on this list, it's not stainless. When you combine that with the rugged and thick pattern G10 handle scales, the 0006 becomes formidable in every situation it faces. The one surprising thing about this knife is its weight, or lack thereof. For a full-tang knife of this length to only be 7.4 ounces is a real treat. At this weight, the 0006 can maneuver with increased fluidity. So where the 0006 is built to do demanding tasks like splitting kindling and hunting down bad guys, it's also able to cut and slice with precision. It's great around camp for various reasons, from food prep to fire prep, but the steel butt on the 0006 makes it perfect for hammering in tent stakes as well. The Mora Kansbol's incredible versatility completely contradicts the adage, you get what you pay for. At about just $35, the value here is off the charts. The polymer grip has a nice rubbery, rounded feel. I've never felt my hand strain using it, nor have I had this knife slip once in my hands. The Sandvik 12 C27 stainless steel blade has far better edge retention than any 8CR13 MOV knife. This knife came razor sharp out of the box and cuts cord and cardboard like butter. The 90-degree spine is one of the best I've ever seen on this style of knife. It's an excellent scraping tool, but shines best for fire starting. The Kansbol throws a huge spark. Mora did something unique by putting a flat grind over the first few inches. This eventually transitions into a modified Scandi grind near the bottom of the blade, making the knife unbelievably versatile. My only real complaint is that the knife is not a full tang, which takes some heavier bushcraft tasks out of the equation. This is a worthy knife for bushcrafters of all skill levels. However, I especially like this one for youngsters just learning wilderness survival. Victorinox decided they wanted to throw their hat into the bushcraft ring, and we're wicked happy they did. The brand's Venture Pro is not only a great full-tang bushcraft blade, but it's got some onboard accessories that make it a viable multi-tool as well. Additionally, it's got a full-bow drill cup in the handle, and its sheath can be used as a fire-making blow tube. Made from 14C28N stainless steel, the blade on the Venture Pro won't rust on you, is tough, and is super sharp. Victorinox chose to not break the edges on the spine, so the included ferro rod can throw an impressive shower of spark with a singular pass. Other accessories like the quarter hex bit holder, bow drit divot, and tweezers open up your options to do a whole heck of a lot more. But we're really not sure why Victorinox added a ballpoint pen into the mix. 2 sheaths come with the Venture Pro. The sheath that holds the knife itself is small, portable, and features the aforementioned blowhole so you can amplify your breath to stoke a fire. This sheath nests into a larger sheath that carries the accessories. Rounding off this carry system is a nylon leash that allows you to carry the Venture Pro on your belt without it interfering with your pack's hip belt. The Venture Pro is also available in a stripped-down version, the Venture. With the Venture, you get the same knife and belt sheath, but you lose the larger sheath that holds the accessories, as well as those accessories that aren't built into the knife. The folks at LT Wright Knives have been building quality custom and semi-custom knives for well over 10 years now. They have a strong following, and it's easy to see why after you've had a chance to use one of their knives. Special attention is paid to the handle and grip, and the Genesis Scandi is a great example. This knife is not only comfortable to use, but also safe and secure with the built-in finger guard and forward taper scales, allowing the user to hold the knife with many grips. The design of the Genesis is reminiscent of the Kephart-style bush knife, which was popularized by Horace Kephart in his book Camping and Woodcraft. The drop point is a classic design, and LT takes the time to do the small things well. The sharpened spine is ready for firework, and the high-quality leather sheath comes with a fire steel loop and dangler loop. The result is a fine knife that would be an excellent choice for general survival skills. To make a versatile long-bladed bushcraft knife for a wide range of outdoor-oriented tasks, BeaverCraft found inspiration in the knives used by indigenous Scandinavians known as the Sami people. The characteristics of the BSH3 pulls from those knives include its long, broad blade and a handle that's super grippy even when it's wet. The BSH3's blade is shorter than Sami knives at 4.72 inches, and its handle is a beautiful European walnut instead of birch. But it functions all the same and only weighs 5.3 ounces. BeaverCraft built the BSH3 with a flat grind drop point blade made of 1066 carbon steel with a hardness of 58 to 60 HRC. One of this steel's characteristics is its high toughness, which describes a blade's ability to withstand sudden impacts that might cause it to crack or chip. That makes the BSH3 perfect for chopping and hacking. The steel also has high edge retention, so it'll stay sharp longer too. Bonus, it comes with a leather sheath. Sometimes you buy an outdoor survival knife because it outperforms everything else. Sometimes you buy because it's just so cool. That's the case with the Tops Brothers of Bushcraft, a knife that's heavier and thicker than an SE4 and about twice as expensive. Man, do we love it. Apart from the fact that it looks incredible, what makes this knife so much fun to use is how well it can be used for chopping and batoning. The Scandi grind bites through the wood as if it was nothing, while the thickness of the blade and the heavy weight easily split small logs and branches. This is the definition of a beater knife, a tool that's made to take all the abuse you can throw at it and simply shrug it off. The heavy weight for its size can make it a little uncomfortable to carry on your belt for long periods of time, which is why the BOB comes with a modular Kydex sheath that can also be carried horizontally, scout style, to better balance the weight. Its size will also affect how long you'll be able to use it for bushcraft before it starts to tire you out. It's also really expensive, costing $285. In that price range, there are definitely other alternatives you could find that perform just as well, have better steel than the BOB's 1095, and weigh less. Still, we struggle to think of a knife that's so much fun to use around camp. Even when considering its drawbacks, the Tops BOB is an extremely efficient survival knife that's just too awesome to skip. This fixed blade knife can be summed up in one word: comfort. It's comfortable to hold, to wear, and even to look at, but most importantly, it's comfortable to use. It's lightweight, compact, and ideal for those who spend most of their time on the move. The 4.13 inches long blade is made of top-quality 1066 carbon steel with a hardness of 58 to 60 HRC. The walnut handle is non-slip, fits well in the hand, and offers optimal precision during use. Moreover, the BeaverCraft BHS2 comes with a sheath made of genuine leather, so you can carry it easily and safely when hunting, fishing, or backpacking. But its leather sheath isn't just for show. This blade really is that sharp, so do be careful. There are some things that no picture could ever do justice. The ESEE Junglas is one of those things. Words cannot describe the feeling of immense power when you hack through a thick branch. It's big, it's tough, and it's ready to tame the wilderness. The blade is a long drop point made in a 0.188-inch thick piece of 1095 high-carbon steel. It does two things well: chopping and batoning. You can span large logs with this knife and beat the Junglas through pretty much anything. The handle of the Junglas is simple, but it's done right. The scales are two large slabs of canvas micarta, which provide good grip and durability. Extra steel protrudes from the pommel, and you can use that to crack nuts or the skull of a zombie invader. The original Junglas now sees service with counter-narcotics operators, adventurers, and woodsmen globally, but is still a behemoth with a 10.375-inch blade. The more compact Junglas 2 model, like the SE6, is a great all-around tool that blends survival, hunting, camping, and tactical applications perfectly into one great-looking package. If you choose this one, I'd pair it with a smaller knife.